What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Always Occupied Home and Product Reviews, and in this review we have a workbench. Now, I did review a workbench on the channel. You can check it out. It's a Husky workbench. Got it from Home Depot. It was a deal at the time, but now we got a workbench right here from Amazon. Link will be in the description. This is a 48-inch work table. Cool thing about this table is it have outlets on the side of the table where the legs are located. This workbench is actually a workbench. So with that being said, I'm going to set it up. Y'all will see the final product. I'm not going to butcher the brand name, so once again, the link will be in the description. Let's go ahead and get into it. If you landed on this channel, you probably want to see the install, or you just probably want to see the final product. Enjoy the video while we put this thing together. It's fairly light, so don't think it's super heavy when you get it from like the Amazon driver or something. It's not that heavy. A simple dolly, regular dolly, you can bring it in the house. You have two outlets right here, and then you have off and on, and then two USB hookups right there. If it don't come with wheels, I'm not gonna worry about it too much. More than likely, if I leave this up here, this is my wife's area. I was planning on leaving this in her area so she could have a workbench. If you don't know by now, she makes my shirts, and she make shirts for like everybody. So yeah, she be making shirts for people with funerals, parties and stuff like that. So she does her shirt thing, and it will be cool for her to have like a cool little workbench. Ooh, and here we go. Nice wood. Ooh, you guys, it's so smooth. On the back does have the screw holes. All right, you guys. First thing is first. Oh yeah, and I do have some spare wheels. And I don't know if I'm gonna use the wheels or not. When you put wheels onto your workbench, you actually minimize the weight capacity of your workbench. We'll get into that later. We have all our tools. I believe we have all our tools. They gave us wrenches, little toy wrenches, but they're wrenches. So we'll use what they gave us. If we come into any trouble, we bring out the big guns. Now let's see what we have here. Where is step one? Am I upside down, right side up? All right, so we have our parts list. All right, you guys, we have the board right here. And I can't lie, this board is nice and shiny. It's shinier than the one I have in the basement. I don't know, maybe because it's brand new, have a good polish to it. All right, what do we have here? It says put the wooden board on a clean ground. Well, it's kind of clean down here. All right, you guys, so we are ready to install the table. All I did was just put the legs right on top where they're supposed to be. But we have a little issue with this leg right here. This leg is cool. Now the issue is, you see this back support bracket right there? Now, this bracket right here has two holes right there, right? Now you see it's two holes there. All right, you guys, now before we get into step one, which is putting on the legs, if you put on the legs, we have an issue because of this leg here. Not this leg. This leg is perfect. This leg, we have an issue. Now the issue may be a major to you, or it may be a minor. Now, let's go ahead and get into it. I want to see if you can tell what is wrong with this image right here. All right, time's up. I'm gonna tell you what is wrong. You see our outlet? It's supposed to be on the outside. So if I turn this around like that, this is the proper way to hook it up. If you hook it up like that, these holes right here is gonna be on this side, which supposed to be on this side. And the reason why I'm saying that is because if you look at the picture on here, and I'll take a photo so you can see, I actually have the table how it's supposed to be. So you see where all the holes are located? That's how it is on the image right here. And on the image right here, it says put the outlet leg on this side, which is the right side. Now, if you put it on there, you don't have the holes. And what it's saying in step two, I'm already skipping ahead because I'm looking ahead while I'm doing this. On step two, it says put the support beam on. So that's the support beam right here. Well, in our situation, if we go by the paperwork, you can't hook up the support beam because you don't have two holes to screw in the support beam, because the two holes is on this side. So you will have to turn like this and your outlets will be on the inside. Now, that's if you install it by the book. The cool thing is this side is a universal side. You can kind of swap it, right? Because there is nothing on this leg that indicates that something is supposed to be on the outside. If you look on the pictures, the outlets, the outlets and the USB and all that's supposed to be on the outside of the table, not the inside of the table. Now, this could be a personal preference for you. Some people might want the outlet to be on the inside of the table, which they can run the wires underneath or underneath of the table and stuff like that. So that might work out for them. So I'm going to hook it up so the outlet could be on the outside of the legs instead of the inside of the legs. So what I have to do is swap. I have to put this over this side and put this on that side. Now, sorry to waste 3 minutes and 30 seconds of your time, but I had to explain that because that's the way they have it on the image down here. And that is kind of a manufacturing issue. So now we put this over here. We have the two holes over that side. And then we put this over here. And we have the two holes on that side. And now we're not compromising our outlets. The outlet is on the outside of the table now. So now we're back on track, but it's backwards to the instructions. All right, so let's get back into it. All right, you guys. So as I go through the instructions, I'm obviously going to post it like I usually do. I usually post what I'm doing, but it says use the M16 hex bolts. Fasten two legs to the wooden board. If you have like a little socket wrench, these things, I don't think it's gonna be like, you know, user friendly for you. It might take you all day. So if you have a socket wrench, then be my guest. All right, so I might go ahead and get that. All right, 13 millimeter. I am going to go ahead and snatch these washers. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You get 8 of them. So I'm assuming that they go with this. Let it be a little loose. That way you can put on your support bracket and everything and not be too tight. And then tighten everything up at the end. Put this bolt in. This install shouldn't take too long. So you grab the support beam. I call it support beam. They call it support. So yeah. All right, you guys. So you should have 8 of these all together. We already put in 4. We got 2 on the leg there, 2 on the leg there. We're gonna put in the other 4. There we go. We got that. We got this. Nice. Everything is fitting in well. And nice. Okay. All right. So all of that is in. So the next step is to get our M10 by 60 right there. M10 by 60 bolts. And we are going to go ahead and screw the support onto the leg. Basically, you get 2 for one side. You get 2 for the other side, and you have washers on each one. Of course, you know, 1 washer going on one side, 1 washer going on the other, and y'all will see me install that right now. So the long part has to go from outside to inside. All right, so you're going from out to the inside once you line up properly. Or is that thread? Does it go through or is it threaded? It's supposed to go through, right? Oh, I'm tripping. Oh, the legs is in the way. There we go. You have to lift the leg up, you guys. All right, makes sense. So I had to lift this leg up because it was too far down, and when it was all the way down, it was blocking the screw from going in. Put this washer, the nut, on the opposite side, and then I'll be able to screw this up. Got that off. Take off 1 washer, leave 1 washer on, go all the way through. Here we go with that. Nut off, 1 washer off, leave 1 washer on, And remember, I said you have to lift this, you lift that, because if you don't lift it, you're running into a wall. There we go. Now you put the washer on this side, the nut. Now we're gonna do our last one, you guys. I think we're almost done putting this together. There we go. Washer, put the nut in. We are good. We're looking good. Everything is looking awesome. What you need to tighten it is a 13. So I'm gonna do this real quick. I might put y'all on a quick fast forward. We're good to go, you guys. All right, you guys, so right now what I'm doing is tightening up the casters. They're telling you to install it, but they was already installed when we opened it. Let's see how this thing works. Okay, so these have threads on it, you guys. Oh, this has different levels. Oh, okay, I see now. And this plastic came out. So you got 5 different levels of height, and I will show y'all that when I get to that side. And you can put this back down. Should be able to. There you go. Yeah, it's just a cover. So I got it on its highest setting right now, and it's pretty sturdy. But okay, so you can't hook up. Okay, I think it's to hook up 2 of them. So let's bring it down one more notch, so that way 2 of them could be hooked up. You put it to where you can see 2 holes or 2 threads. That way you can put 2 of these on here. What I was talking about. All right, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 5 holes, right? Now, if you put this last hole on top of here, like this, you won't be able to screw your leg with 2 nuts because it's nothing to screw, because you eliminated that. But that's if you want this table higher. You will only have 1 leg, and it would be like this. Now the other leg have 2. You see how sturdy that is? This is with 1, and it's all the way tight. If you go down, you will have double support. That's the best way, in my opinion. Salute to the company for giving us all our parts that we needed. Now it's time to flip it up, and that's it. All right, you guys, so the work table is finally done, you guys. This even took less time than the Husky, but way smaller than the Husky. I don't want to say way smaller, but it is smaller than a Husky. I could do measurements real quick just to show it to y'all. All right, so this is the Amazon, and you get basically 24 inches. That's what we're just gonna measure up to, but it says 23 3/4, so we just say 24 inches. All right, you know, in the wood world they always take off a ½ inch or something like that. All right, so you have 47 inches. That's what they give you. That's what they advertise. They could have stretched it right out to that 48. They could have, but they didn't want to. All right, and then as far as the height go, now this is the highest that it goes. All right, it's adjustable by doing all of that stuff down there, but this is as high as you're going to get is 37. So it is higher than her table here, is higher than her table over there. All right, and I'm gonna see with her before I touch anything, because I was just going to move some stuff over there for her, just to set up her new little workstation, or however she wants to set this up. You have your outlets right here. It's faced on the outside. Remember when we had the instructions that this was going to be on the inside due to following the proper procedures during the instructions. But we flipped it around, so now we have the outlets on the outside. But it could have worked either way. The outlets could have been on the inside, and you would just run your wires through the inside, so it don't really matter. To adjust the table, you will have to take screw off, right? And then lift up some and then put the screw where you need. But then you have to come over here, screw off, put it where you need, come over here, screw off. So that's the only con. But it is an adjustable table, well, workbench, whatever you want to call it. As y'all know, the Husky one that I have downstairs is a crank. So you crank it and you adjust it like that. So much easier, faster, but this is cheaper. Way cheaper. So yeah, that's the good part with this table. So this is a nice height, in my opinion. If she wants to get herself a different chair, or she could probably use her same chair that she used, just raise the seat up a little bit. She'll figure that out herself. And one last thing, this was sent in from the company, you guys. So no, I did not get paid to say anything, but they do like the way I do my reviews, and they like the way I reviewed the Husky table. So they sent this in and they wanted me to review this table. And the only con I could say is the adjustable part, and well, cons. I only have two cons with this table. All right. Number one is the adjustability. All right. In order to adjust, you know what you have to do: take off, put on, adjust, and all that. That's not a big deal. Most of the time, you might keep the table at the same height forever. All right. Now, the other con was the instructions. The instructions, I was going by the instructions, but the way the instructions was going, this was going to be on the inside of the table instead of the outside of the table. But we had to flip this table to the other side. So we went opposite of the instructions. So that's the only con that I could say. But that's a personal preference if you like that or not. I know a lot of people would have got confused with the instructions, especially for people that actually follow the instructions step by step. All right. On this channel, you know, sometimes we bend the rules, we work around, we try to figure out a different alternative. So yeah. And yeah, the table is good. Once again, this was sent in from the company. The link will be in the description. This is a nice table. You could probably use it if your kids for schooling. If they want to do gaming, they can use this as a table. But y'all can actually see how tall it is. All right, that's a regular table from Costco or Sam's Club. I forgot where we got it from, but that's one of those foldable tables. All right. And that will be it, you guys. If y'all have any other questions, comments, concerns, put it in the comment section and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.